Good afternoon and welcome to Let's Make a Planner. We'll call this 5C because it's very similar to what we did with the weeks, but this time we're going to do a monthly. And I was worried that making all those boxes would be tedious, but you know what we have on our side, friends? We have math and we have grids. So let's use both our maps and our grids. So if this is 1,500, divided by 6, because sometimes you go into a 6th week, that's 250 evenly. But we need a margin, so let's plan on each square being 225 and see how that goes. We can always resize it later, but just to quickly draw them, we'll make the grid 225. So we're going to snap to the grid, and we're going to make a perpendicular, go to here, 225. I was already there because I was filming, and I got a phone call on my phone while I was filming, so I had to stop. Okay, let's turn off everything for the week that we did, make a new layer. Let's make a new layer. It must be down at the bottom. Look what I did. Look at that. It's like, did I run out of layers? No. I just put them at the bottom. Okay, let's take this up to the top. All the way. Rename it. You see how renaming is kind of important, and the farther you go, that's quite a list we have. Okay, so zooming in, we want to no fill, stroke yes, to black, or you can make it gray, or you can make it coral, or you can make it pink. It's your planner. Make yourself happy. Okay, square shape or rectangular shape tool, no rounded corners, and let's just make boxes. Now we could do that copy, but look, this is even easier, isn't it? And one now onto this side. Actually, I'm gonna take those away. I don't want the last because that'll be for like notes and stuff, so we don't want the boxes there. Okay, I'll come up to your selection tool, get rid of these, get rid of these. Now let's reposition this a little bit. So we need to turn off our guide and snap to guide so we can have a little bit more freedom. Snapping off, canvas, grid, hidden. Okay, let's grab everything. Okay, that's okay up there. This one I'm going to end up moving over, but now that I have the height correct, let's just go and make it something nice and even. Doesn't that look so much better? Okay, so, and easy to remember. So the Y's at 300. Now we'll come over here, change the X. Let's try 1,400. Let's try 1,500. Let's try 1,475. Kind of like where this one is. This one seems a little close. So let's highlight all of those. And let's move that over a little bit. It's a little better. Okay. So again, we talked about being extra. We want that grid. Fortunately, we already did it. So let's go those dots. Let's duplicate that. Put that under that. Change it to month dot. Let's zoom in. Looks like we could use another row of them. So let's get those grids back. Perpendicular, snapping, snap to grid, canvas. That one was a 50 pixel grid. And I don't want it below this line. So first things first, with our selection tool, I'm going to get rid of these. Okay, and then I want this whole next row. I might even want them up there. I'm going to put them all the way up to there. So let's first do these. Zoom way in, copy. Okay. Now we're going to select, that's not going to go really well. Those. Copy. Okay, turn that off. Now we have our grid, our dot grid. Let's turn the grid off. Turn the snapping to the grid off. Now we have our dots. Now to get the text, let's duplicate that layer that we already made and rename it month text. And we'll unhide it, and now we just have to move all of these. Oops. Let's lock month dot, month, and we just want to work with text. Looks like we don't have to resize the words, we're just going to have to resize the text boxes. And all we have to do after this is, well, we don't have to here, but I was going to go ahead and write in, not write, but type in all of the months of the year. So then as we move the tabs and we make the picture for each thing, it has the name of the month already in there and the tabs in the proper location. So there we go. Now I'm going to change this to month day text. Now, oops, I just want to come here and make a new layer in there, call this months text. Get our text tool, come down here. And it remembers things. So let's start, what's the longest month? Let's start, well, we'll just start with January. And then select all, come to styles. You can keep the same font. you can do whatever you want, but I'll show you a couple I think are fun. That one's neat. Fill, opacity, stroke. So that's fun. That's bubblegum. I'm sure it's free. I'm not sure if it's a commercial license free. Let's get off that text. Let's get rid of whatever we just made. But I was playing around before and I already found one I thought was more fun, and that's the one that happened to be right underneath. And that's kind of like a marquee style. Do I want it there? No, I'll go all the way. And make sure this is centered. Maybe we want it, I don't know. I can't decide. I'm going to do it there, and I don't want to take the size down. But I'm still going to leave it there, I think, just in case there's any other thing I want to put in that corner. I don't know, a sticker. I'm not a sticker person generally, but okay, now the fill, I'm thinking, I guess I have to select it. Select all. I wanted to do a different color, something else from my palette. That's fun. But I think I liked that. Why do I keep doing that? Okay. So there's our month. Now, to get the rest of the months, come back into here and with that, see this? Copy, paste. And you want to do that 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then, good grief if I don't keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now just go in and start. Oh, you have to hide everything but what you're working on. Okay, come to this one. Delete. February. Hide. Show. March. And so on. You can continue doing that. I'll do that off screen so it doesn't get painfully long. And I said that we would go to Keynote next, but you know what I forgot? We haven't done our cover. And I was kind of dreading this part because I don't really have a plan. So I guess I'm off to YouTube to figure out how to make a leather texture because that's what I said I wanted. And see if I can do that. Well, the other thing we could do, you can work on as your homework. Let's come to our layers, do that. You'll finish that. I'll finish this as well, but the tabs, let's get the tabs, side tabs. Hide them, side tabs, show all of them. And we'll make a new layer here. Side tabs, text. I'll come in here with the text tool. Style. go back to that Gill Sans. Style, size, center, type, ultra bold, format, fill, none, stroke, 2. Let's try that. Where's my keyboard? Woo! Where'd it go? Okay, that one's a mistake. That one, I must have gotten rid of the stroke, although it says there's a stroke. Let's type in 2. Okay. Okay, there's good. Why can I not get this? Oh, I'm so silly. You know why you can't see it? Because it's hidden under all this stuff. Okay. Part 1 solved. Now in the next problem, why can't I get this? Okay. Now, come to here. I thought that'd be rotate. No, I think you have to go here. You see that? Touch a finger and it'll automatically snap. Okay. Turn off of it. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, take that off. Come over here. Okay, clearly we're too big. Oh my, this is jumping all over the place. Still too big. Oh, don't ask me how that just worked, but still too big. Okay, so go ahead, don't do that. Finish your months and finish your side tabs, and I'll be back hopefully having figured out that leather cover texture. Bye.